So, welcome everybody to the 16th episode of the OverRaided Podcast. We've had a long break since our last episode. We couldn't really get the full group together, and then last week, of course, finally after several weeks of not.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Just randomly closed down. We
lost you, and you lost us.
Yeah. Okay.
I got to see your reaction on Twitch. It was great.
Right, so while we actually have this back up and running, why don't we go ahead and jump into whatever games we've been playing for this past week. Jay, have you been playing anything?
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of the old Heroes of the Storm.
They've released a couple of new heroes in that recently, haven't they?
They have. They released Samurai and Varian. Both of which
didn't they also have Ragnaros?
Not yet.
Yeah.
He's not in yet.
So who's Varian?
I haven't played either of them, but I will say, I think Varian. Oh no, sorry. Samurai's like the free-to-play character this week. He's on rotation, but Varian gets banned in ranked matches instantly. He's the very first ban, so you don't see him a lot. I mean, I don't blame anybody because I've gone up against him in quick play, and he's just kind of a hassle to deal with. He's pretty easy to kill if you play the right character. I play a lot of Vala, so I tend to own him pretty fast. But that's keeping my distance and stuff. So basically, any kind of good mobility ranged character can pretty much eat him alive.
So what about Varian?
Well, that's who I was talking about, was Varian.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one.
No, Samurai sucks ass, man. I can't handle that guy.
So Varian can actually play as three different styles, right? Like a two-hander dual wield and a tank?
Just two.
Oh, I thought he had three different upgrade paths.
No, he's a warrior and an assassin.
So
from what I can.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, from what I can tell. But yeah, I mean, I picked up. What is that game? It's a mobile app. It's a Square Enix one. It's kind of like a knockoff of Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy Worlds or World of Final Fantasy?
I'm not sure what it's called. It's you play with decks and stuff, and you try to build up a pretty strong hand with your character, and your cards level up and stuff. I've been kind of fooling around with that, but I can't remember for the life of me what it's called.
Was it an actual Final Fantasy IP, or is it just similar to it?
It's similar to it, but it's still Square Enix, and it's overly complicated, and all the things that JRPG fans would love.
Any other games?
Oh, that's about it.
And you were traveling around for Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, went down and visited some people in a few different spots. We were gone for 7 days, and I think I did 24 hours of driving in 7 days, which kind of sucked a little bit, but the way it goes.
So, Onibaka, what have you been playing?
Besides WoW, I've been playing a hell of a lot of Hearthstone. I can't get. I'm stuck at rank 13, mid-range shaman. I can't get past shaman. No matter how hard I try, so I don't.
Anything major in that game? I've been playing for quite a while.
Besides packs, from the last expansion, Karazhan changed things up, and besides Whispers of the Old Gods, everything's the entire meta is going to be changed next season in December because of the new expansion, Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, comes out. So I already pre-ordered mine packs to open up. And I'm trying not to dump too much money into that game.
It's hard to do with being a card game.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's a money eater. Then I also been
just buy a boat.
Yeah. I also started Overwatch last weekend for their free-to-play weekend, and noticed that the game was on sale for the Origins Edition, which it's still on sale until Monday.
Yeah,
So
the games are on sale right now for Black Friday.
I pretty much that's what I got Overwatch last weekend, and I've been playing that, and it's very fun. And I also tried Heroes of the Storm out this week for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, and
dude, we got to play together. They've got an event going on right now where if you play with friends, you get like bonuses and stuff.
Yeah, you like 15 games together, you get the Oni Genji skin for Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
So I want that because, well, of my name.
Well, let me know, man. I'm down for the cause.
Okay, I'm a noob. I'm a noob. I only put 2 games in so far, so like
that's okay. We'll learn you. We'll teach you.
Yeah, I did a lot better with Jaina than I did with Kel'Thas.
Yeah. Well, he's a little squishier than her. The big thing is just don't dive, especially with a ranged DPS like that. Like, do not dive ever. You basically got to spend most of your game if you play like a ranged assassin like that, running away from everybody. So you're just taking pot shots. You're not really trying to like stand still too much.
Okay.
Well, all I know is that game, if I wasn't playing the healer or playing as one of the heads for Cho'Gall, I was terrible at it.
Oh, speaking of healer, like in Overwatch, my favorite character to play as is Mercy.
Mercy's fun.
I've wanted to try out a healer in Overwatch.
Yeah. So I've mostly been playing Mercy, and like my 2 best characters so far are Mercy and Roadhog.
I'm a big D.Va fan.
D.Va. I tried her out. I'm not that good with her.
She's good. She's good. Like kind of like I think it's cool. She doesn't have a lot of trolls. She's not like Roadhog where you can like hook people and pull them in and kill them. Like that's a pretty troll move, and like she's a good movement tank. Like when you need to make like the distance up to get inside like a node on the map to take it over, and you guys are having trouble like getting in there, she's perfect for that because she has that rocket ability, plus she's got a pretty good shield. So
I also got to play the game playing Bastion. I just wrecked face with him because I went in like a hallway as a turret, and the entire team just decided to stick together and go down that hallway. I just mowed them all down.
I remember that being quite typical with Bastion.
Yeah.
The best move with Bastion is teaming up with Reinhardt on a payload and having him stand up and throw up his shield, and then Bastion's just riding along on the top, just shooting everybody up.
Yep, we had that on our team, and I was standing behind them as Mercy powering them up.
It was great. Bullshit on that like several games in a row a long time ago.
What do you mean?
With just Reinhardt standing in front of Bastion with a shield.
It is bullshit, but it doesn't mean it's not like a viable strategy. I mean, cheese is cheese, man. I don't care if it's cheese; it still works. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, it's cheating." It's cheese, yeah, but it works. Just learn how to deal with it. You know, send a tracer in there to sticky bomb them or something, and it's all set. I mean, Bastion dies one sticky bomb, so you know it's all good.
Have you had a chance to see or play as the new character Sombra?
I have.
And how is that?
I played her a few matches in 1v1.
Well, that doesn't sound fun.
Well, I won, but I didn't get to try her like hacking ability out. Besides like hacking health packs and stuff, which isn't in 1v1. But I'm not like I found out I'm not really good with squishy offensive characters. Besides Pharah, I'm pretty good with her. Because I mean, she's like flying like like I can just escape and then shoot rockets. It's awesome.
Pharah's a flying pain in the ass, man.
Yeah.
God, I hate Pharah.
That's why I like pulling her out of the air as Roadhog and just blasting her in the face.
Her and Soldier 76.
Oni, can you tilt your camera up just a little bit?
Just a little bit?
Yeah. That should be good.
The ultimate troll character on Overwatch is May.
I'm horrible with her.
I actually thought I was going to be playing May when before the game released, and then I found out I completely sucked as May.
Yep. Same here.
The people who are good with May, though, I mean, they are...
I hate going against her.
Like, they are the worst to deal with.
I hate going against her.
Yeah, I get frozen and instantly shot with one of the ice spikes and die.
It's just done. It's game over. Good night. I like Hanzo a lot. If I feel like I want to troll people, I like using Hanzo.
Oh, the one-shot kill bow and arrow.
Just the dragons are such a pain in the ass if you're in like a control point map. That's like just ripping through there with whatever crazy shit he's screaming out in Japanese.
Now I really want to play Overwatch. God.
I just needed a shooter, like something that fixed the itch. Like I was gonna.
Well, there's so many shooters that came out recently too. There's Titanfall 2. There's the new Call of Duty, the Battlefield 1.
Yeah, I was gonna get Battlefield 1 because that's what all my IRL friends are playing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just drifted towards Overwatch.
Well, you can't go wrong there with it being a Blizzard game.
Yeah, because I figure it's going to be supported for pretty much ever.
More than likely.
And it was on sale.
Yeah, I actually went and picked up Legacy of the Void Wolves on sale this week.
And Battlefield 1 doesn't come with a baby Winston pet.
So you've been playing any other games, Tony?
Not just yet. I'm probably going to get back into StarCraft 2. I really need to get caught up with that. I just bought the digital deluxe triple bundle because I missed out on StarCraft. I missed out on the digital deluxe for the original game because I wanted a physical copy and it didn't come with it. So, Wings of Liberty. That's it. Yeah, so I'm going to be playing that.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good. The second one I thought was alright. I've only played the first mission, the third one so far.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't beaten the first one, but I've had Heart of the Swarm, so they gave me a little warning when I was purchasing all three saying that I don't get a discount even though I already have two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mostly paid for the other in-game goodies. Yeah. For the pets.
I was kind of torn because it would have definitely been cheaper if I just got the standard edition, but I figured why the hell not? You get the mount for Heroes of the Storm and then the pet for World of Warcraft, which I'll probably still never use because I don't care about the pet battles. But what the hell? It was only an extra $10 and I had it sitting in my account. But I have quite a few games I need to go back through. I remember this one that you've actually asked before the podcast started was Watch Dogs 2. I just barely started in on that one. Got maybe 2 to 3 hours in on it. I don't want to say it's better than the first one. It has some improvements over it, definitely, but I kind of wish they would have stuck to the story with the character from the first game.
I heard that it got into some hot coffee territory just recently.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
I wonder how that slipped past me, or if it was a mistake at all. But
well, no, they just made completely anatomically correct, 3D models and
well, there
whatever.
Could have been something like an artist snuck in there and didn't tell anybody about it too.
That kind of shit just irritates me because it's like, hey, by the way, if you're a human being that wasn't born abnormal or suffered some sort of catastrophic injury, you have genitals. That's just the way it is. I don't know why people are so weird about it.
Didn't every 5-year-old have like some girl in the neighborhood that goes, "I'll show you yours if you show me mine"? Yeah, however that went.
That might be an inappropriate subject. But I think they've actually patched that since they had a couple of people that got banned on the PlayStation Network for sharing screenshots of it, which they had to have known was going to be a bad idea.
Which is funny because like in I think it was Far Cry Primal, there's There's a whole bunch of nudity in that game.
I don't think I saw much of that, but I haven't finished the game either.
I think there was some.
Don't remember it.
Well, it was more along of like topless women and dudes.
Oh, I didn't go looking, so.
You didn't go back to the Wenja camp?
No, I actually played the game.
I beat the game. Did you beat the game?
Oh no, I still haven't finished it. I just said that.
You beat it?
I beat it.
How hard did you beat it?
I beat it pretty hard. Like, I didn't get a platinum trophy. I'm like 2 like achievements away from that, or so.
Jesus.
So, yeah,
I never get trophies when I beat it.
I got like a room full of them.
Gross.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. But I still have quite a few games I need to go back and finish. Mafia 3. I made it. Jay, have you played Mafia 3?
I've not.
It might be a game you might find interesting. Just because of
the first couple Mafia games. I thought the first couple Mafia games were terrible.
I haven't played the first or the second one. But in like core gameplay, it's kind of similar to Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, exactly. Just sort of like, it's like Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that whole polygon.
And I, of course, picked up a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and that's pretty much just a rehash of the first one with a different hub area. Seems like a little bit of a waste.
Every Dragon Ball game, even every Dragon Ball series, everything I see Dragon Ball ever is just, it always feels, with the exception of the original and with probably like most of Dragon Ball Z, it all just feels like a cash grab.
It's actually still one of the most popular anime to ever hit the United States, but...
Absolutely. It's still a cash grab, though.
And I think they're finally bringing over Dragon Ball Super. I know Funimation is now streaming the Japanese dub of it, and they're going to be dubbing the English version probably within the next few months to next year.
I'd like to see an English dub of Knights of Sidonia. That's a pretty good series.
It sounds familiar, but I don't remember what it is.
It's on Netflix. It's sort of like Mobile
That's
Suit
probably
Gundam on giant asteroid / spaceship.
So that one comes recommended by you?
It was good.
I'll probably have to check it out later then. Because I'm tired of rewatching Star Trek. And Justice League.
Oh, man.
Oh, you don't care for Justice League?
Not a big fan, no. I'm not a big DC guy. The only thing in DC I like is just Batman. I like the Batman universe. I like all of, like, you know, the Batman sort of secondary characters and stuff. Like, I like Nightwing. Like them all. I don't really particularly like pretty much anything else from DC. I think it's all kind of way too serious a lot of times and way too try-hard. Like, this is what it feels like. I can't take Superman serious at all.
I've never really been a huge fan of Superman.
Like God, you know, like, you can't kill him, really. I mean, they find ways to do it, but he's essentially invincible, and I think just the lack of actual danger makes him uninteresting. But I feel the same way about the Hulk, man. Like, the Hulk's essentially invincible. The harder you hit him, the madder he gets, the tougher he becomes. Like, it's just kind of stupid.
Why don't we go ahead and jump into some of the news topics, though? Jay, are you able to pull those up?
Cannot pull those up right now.
All right, Onibaki, why don't you go ahead and pick out the first topic for us?
Okay. So we already touched about Sombra from Overwatch. I've played her. Have you played her yet, Chan?
I actually haven't played Overwatch at all for the past few months.
I like her look. She's like a reverse Tracer. But Plus, she's like purple and she has the thing on the back instead of But I don't know. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say she's a reverse tracer. Yeah, scratch that. So she's fun to play. She does seem a little squishy, but she's only like as squishy as Tracer is. I mean, her health pool is I want to say 150. Might be wrong. I believe it's 150.
I think that's the lowest, so that would make sense.
But she it's 150 or 200. But she's pretty fun to play. I really like her Uzi. Like just is pretty powerful. Like it's like no Soldier 76, but her main thing is like her hacking, which can be used really neat when you hack the sneak onto the other opposing team's side using your stealth ability. You're invisible and you go really fast, and then you like hack the health packs around that area so like your team can use them.
Now the hack ability can actually be used to disable like
other players.
Heroes.
Yeah.
And then her ultimate's just like a big AoE hack, isn't it?
Yes. I didn't get the chance to use it, but I have had it used on me.
So now, does that just disable one of your abilities, or what exactly does the hack do to players?
Well, for one, I panic when it happens to me. Like, since I'm fairly new, I'm only in Overwatch for about a week. So I'm like, oh crap, like what can I use? What can't I use now? Like, what's that doing? Because I mostly play as Mercy. So I think it just locks you out of it. I want to say that. Like, it just locks me out of my ability. So I have to use, like, one of my other ones. I think that's what it does. I mostly panic when it happens to me.
So, was that the new topic you were picking, Sombra?
Yeah! I'm sorry it turned out so horrible. I have to play her more. Let's
see what we have here. How about Nintendo's NES Classic release was a complete shit show?
Oh, for me?
Oh, no, just general discussion. I went ahead and picked that one. Because I know it released on November 11th. They never offered pre-orders, and I think pretty much every brick and mortar store only got maybe 5 to 10 units max. It almost sold out like instantly. Even for like some stores like Best Buy, they had people lining up like a few hours beforehand. They just handed out tickets for people to like come back and claim a console before like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So the people that showed up like maybe an hour before they opened up or sitting out waiting outside were waiting there for absolutely nothing because they're pretty much already given them away.
It's like the amiibo thing. Nintendo's got this bad habit of like trying to strangle the market by not putting enough. They know this stuff's going to sell like hotcakes, but they want to, for some reason, drive up demand, even though the demand is there. I don't understand the thought process behind it, but I think that in general, Nintendo's fucking stupid anyways, especially as of the last like 5 years, they've made some of the absolute worst marketing and development decisions I've seen any company ever make.
And this is pretty much the worst time to be pulling a game like this too, when it's only like 5 months before the release of the new console.
Yeah.
This is a sour taste.
Insane.
Well, would you blame Nintendo or would you blame the scalpers?
I fully blame Nintendo, man.
Well, I mean, people buying the consoles up when they don't want them just to flip them on eBay or Amazon for outrageous amounts. I've heard some of them going for $5,000 to $10,000.
Like, it's not only scalpers that are doing it, but the MSRP on the system, it's $59.99, and there's some brick and mortar stores. I heard that a certain Walmart branch was selling them for $500,
No, it's not a Walmart branch. It's people selling them on Walmart like a third party. You can sell them on Walmart like you can on Amazon and eBay.
You know, the whole thing is, there's nothing wrong with, I mean, something like this that isn't a necessity in somebody's life. Like, nobody's going to die if they don't have this. It's strictly a pleasure item. If you want to buy one at retail and then turn around and sell it for 5, 10, 20 times what you paid, and somebody out there is willing to pay it, then God bless you. Go ahead and do it. Make that money. Like, you can't really be mad at somebody for that if people are going to be that ridiculous. The big issue is Nintendo is creating an artificial sort of starvation for no reason that I can, like, why? You know, the most popular video game console of all time, you're selling basically a slimmed down version of it with this no messing around cartridges, things like that, and it's got 30 of the best titles that ever came out on that machine, and you're gonna like not give every store like 100 of them because they're gonna sell. I just don't understand what the hell was going on with that.
Well, just from like a personal opinion, I kind of do get a little angry at the scalpers, especially since I was hoping to buy not only one of these for myself, but one of these as a Christmas present. So people going out and buying them just so they can flip them for a huge profit is a little irritating.
So both of you guys were interested in getting one?
No, I wasn't.
I was
never spent money on it.
Partially, well, I shouldn't say partially, but a little interested in picking one up just for like the classic novelty of it, because I haven't played any of those games in God knows how long. But I definitely wanted to get one as a Christmas present for my mother because she likes the classic original Zelda for the NES, and she probably would have played some of the other games too. But she definitely doesn't care for any of the new 3D versions of the games because they make her a little motion sick.
I've heard that with certain people. My mom and father are the same way. However, not to get off topic, I don't think it. I wasn't gonna get one. Like, I thought it looked neat, but I already still have a classic NES.
Well, I think for the only reason maybe pick one up in your situation is if it had some games that you didn't already own, or if you wanted to take advantage of the upscaling to 1080p on an HDMI TV.
Yeah, I thought of that, like the convenience of it, like it being cartridgeless, but like if I can also emulate them and put them on a Raspberry Pi and play them that way. But
I think the Genesis one looks more interesting.
I actually haven't looked at that one yet.
Got like twice as many games and it's half the cost. So, and guaranteed Sega sells enough of them to meet demand for sure.
I don't know what Nintendo's thinking anymore.
They live like everything I see, like when I read stuff about Nintendo and what happens behind those doors when they're closed and everything, is like, you know, you have a family that's running the company that's pretty much completely out of touch with reality, and they only surround themselves with yes men and women, and nobody that's going to tell them like, hey, that was a bad idea. That's why they have all that proprietary bullshit, man. You know, it's like they literally think that they need to make things as difficult as possible when realistically every platform that's essentially open or easy to program and things like that, or has universal connectivity, plug and play, does much better in the end.
Well, there's another thing that we it's not necessarily related to the topic, well, it is kind of related, but isn't directly tied to it, is the big issue with like the really short controller cords for it. Like, anybody wants to sit like 4 feet away from their television.
Well, you also need the console close to you to hit the reset button to go back to the menu for your save states and stuff like that too. So I think that's the reason why you only have a 2.5 foot cord, because there's no menu button on the controller.
Is it actually only 2.5 feet, not 4 feet?
Yeah, it's 2.5 feet long. Jesus. The cord for the controller is 2.5 feet long.
Well, you know what else it is too, is making two people sit shoulder to shoulder playing a game, just like way back in the day when TVs were tiny and you had to sit close.
So they're in reach to actually punch him when you're playing the original Mario Brothers game.
I guess.
Oh, I think they actually did make some wireless versions of the controllers, but they're only through third parties.
Yeah, don't get the Edge controller for the NES Classic. Some of the third-party controllers have been buggy because they pre-released them before the console was even out. Figuring, oh, well, this works with the Wii and Wii U, and you can use a Wii and Wii U controller on the NES Classic. So if it works for those consoles, it'll work for, this one. And, yeah, so they put that out, and it doesn't work. So their Amazon reviews are in the shitter where they're at like 1 star because the damn thing doesn't work. So they're like, oh, well, we forgot to put an adapter in. If you give us a receipt copy, we'll mail you the adapter so it works.
Yeah, it's not going to play over too well for them.
Yeah. And they also included, this was my favorite part. I heard this from another good podcast, but they included a cheat guide in with the controller, and the cheat guide is like wrong.
That's funny. What, like they got the wrong, like Konami?
The Konami code's wrong. The Konami code's wrong for Contra.
How could you mess something like that up? It's been like 20 years.
You don't need the turbo set. Like one of the tips and tricks and cheats is like in Balloon Fight they were saying you needed to you can use the turbo setting so you have instant flight. Well, the game has a built-in turbo setting where you just hold B down. So yeah,
that's all kinds of special.
Oh man, I really hope I didn't mix up B and A. What if it's A?
I don't think people are going to care too much, Oni.
I haven't played Balloon Fight in a while.
But why don't you go ahead and pick up another news topic for us, though?
For me to pick another one?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nintendo one, since we've been talking about.
Oh, yeah, while we're talking about Nintendo's, why the hell do people keep making fake Nintendo consoles?
Yeah, there was actually one person that recently had a Nintendo Switch made for them and tried to play it off as a real one on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, how in the hell did this dude get one?
I knew instantly it had to be a fake one because nobody else is going to be getting these things. Why would some random YouTuber be getting one?
Yeah, and the whole time is his girl's in the background with a Sony shirt. I was like, this doesn't look good. Yeah, it looked really legit.
Yeah,
it looked
some
good.
People pulled it up on Reddit and pointed some the inconsistencies out, like the font used for the controller buttons wasn't right, and a couple things like that.
Of course, Reddit would do that.
Yeah, people that pay
they're on top of it. They're on top of it. Yeah, I kind of paid it no mind. I was like, holy shit, I never heard of this dude. I'm not going to click subscribe.
But I think the people that actually made the prop form are the same people that made the original supposed leak of the original Nintendo NX, where it was just that small oval-shaped controller.
Oh. So he probably has a sweatshop in his basement. That's what I'm saying. He has a sweatshop in his basement. He's like, there's a new thing coming out. You guys make it for me. It better be right.
I just can't imagine why somebody would even want to do this. I mean, yeah, you may gain a small influx of subscribers from people that think you actually have the NX or the Switch, excuse me. But once they find out you bullshit and you were lying to them, that's not going to help your channel at all.
Well, yeah, but people who do stuff like that aren't thinking about the consequences.
Long term.
Right now. And think about you remember the kid the parents that like had the kid that got stuck in the balloon and the balloon floated across like 4 states and became a whole thing, and it turns out they just had him hiding in the attic in their house.
Yep.
Like that. You know,
I
like
don't remember
eventually
that
they were gonna. Yeah, it just
I
happened
do
2
remember
years
that.
ago. Like 2012 or 2010, maybe it was before that. It wasn't that long ago. Less than 10 years, I think. And yeah, and finally, like all the like state government agencies, the police, all that stuff, they sent these people a bill. They got like they went to jail and they got like charged like a couple $100,000 for all the manpower that went into trying to save this kid that was never in danger in the first place. But it's like that, except with less danger, less police.
Balloon Boy.
Yeah. You never heard about that?
No, you know I've been playing World of Warcraft. I live underneath a rock.
Oh,
I heard about it. I don't know about Rice-A-Roni, a San Francisco treat, but I know about that.
oh my god.
Nobody's gonna get that.
Yeah, just completely non sequitur right there. It's okay though. It's all part of the Illuminati conspiracy.
Illuminati. We're
See, there's
part
like
of it.
a triangle right there. That's proof.
Well, to go ahead and
Illuminati.
jump into our last Nintendo topic, Nintendo is doing a Zelda escape room. That actually sounded a little interesting.
Isn't that like when they put you in a room with like a group of people and you have to try to escape it?
Typically, yeah, this is going to be designed a little bit differently, where you actually do work with a group of people, but it plays out more like a live-action RPG.
Oh.
Where they actually have people that are supposed to act like as quest givers, and you try to solve puzzles and things like that. It sounded fairly interesting, but I'm not sure how well that's actually going to play out for Nintendo.
The last
Seems
escape room
a
I
little-
did was like that.
I've never done one, but that probably doesn't come as a surprise to anybody.
It's really fun though.
Well, first you have to work well with others in person, which I don't do, and secondly, you actually have to leave your house and go somewhere, which I also don't do too well.
What do you mean just in person?
Who's just in person?
I don't know. Let me
Maybe
Google
something
him.
related to Justin Bieber, something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, next news topic, Cody.
Okay, next news topic. So, Chan, did you play Dishonored 2 yet?
Yeah, I've actually beaten it.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What system did you get it for?
The Xbox One.
So you didn't get the PC version?
Oh, of course not, because that doesn't work.
Oh, really? So,
Uh,
how comes it didn't work?
Well, from what I've heard from pretty much everybody, is it doesn't run on pretty much any system ever created, even if it's the absolute top of the line with the absolute brand new graphics cards like the GTX Titan.
Now, isn't Dishonored 2 like a Bethesda game?
Oh yeah. So it's
Did
not
they,
really
like-
surprising that it's broken.
Yeah, didn't they stop like recently not giving early release copies to reviewers?
Mm-hmm. And it kind of figures that the first game out the gates is broken on release.
Isn't it great? But this article, like, this is like mid-November. Like, maybe it's fixed now. Like, maybe we should check back on Steam and see if it's working.
Oh, I've heard they've released a couple of small patches they've like fixed some of the minor issues, but I don't know, like Oni said, go ahead and check out the recent reviews on Steam, but I'm not going to count on that working anytime soon. Usually
I
takes them
kind
a
of
while to fix the
typically,
games.
for me, when it comes to Bethesda, I typically always think they're broken, and it's normally up to the player base to fix it. I mean, that's how every Elder Scrolls game has been for me.
Well, think about like it's always the Game of the Year edition that's like actually playable because they've had a chance to go through and fix all of the crap. I felt like that with Oblivion. When Oblivion first came out, I played it and I got really frustrated. and then I stopped and waited for the game of the year edition, and then it was like, wow, this is like one of the best games I've ever played.
Well, if you've played Dishonored 1, you pretty much know everything that you're going to need to know for Dishonored 2, at least if you're playing as Corvo. I haven't actually played through as the other character yet because I have so many other games I didn't want to try to play through the same game twice in a row. I'll probably go back and revisit it again and play as the other character sometime in the future when I have more time, especially when, I'm putting together activities 5 nights a week for World of Warcraft. That takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, WoW is a time killer.
I'm streaming a lot of those now.
Sweet.
But we're starting to run out of time, so we may pick one more news topic, and then we'll go ahead and do the giveaway and close things out. So let's see what we got. How about Mass Effect Andromeda has 2 collector's editions, and neither one actually includes the actual game. This is again Bethesda.
Mass Effect's BioWare.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's BioWare EA, buddy.
Anyway, the $100 version includes a die-cast model of the primary vehicle you'll be using in the game, while the $200 version includes a remote control vehicle with a onboard camera to actually record footage while you're driving it around. Not that like who would actually spend $200 on a collector's item and then actually go and trash it like that, but hey.
People that want to spy on their sister.
Oh my god.
I meant to say sister's slumber party. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go, kids.
Oh my god.
Back to what I was saying. No, this pretty much means it's pretty much the most expensive collector's edition I've actually ever seen, because $200 for the base collector's edition and then paying another $60 for the base game that you'd have to buy separately would bring it up to $260. And normally when you get a collector's edition that's that expensive, you get like the upgraded version of the game with some of the digital content and DLC, season pass, all that crap.
And this one doesn't have the game.
Not even a digital version of the game.
So Chan, are you going to get it?
Is that story correct, or is that just one of those things like an internet rage thing? They just want to get people angry.
Oh no, I actually looked up the product on a couple of different websites, and none of it has any listing for the game whatsoever. It's just the collector's items.
Oh.
I don't understand why they would do something like that. I mean, I could understand if they want to try to cut down costs and not actually include a disc, like they did with the Halo Collector's Edition recently. But you still should at least include a digital version of the game.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's not even a collector's edition of the game. It's just some extra crap to buy, collector's items.
Speaking of Halo, I haven't heard anything about the Master Chief Collection in a while. Are they still patching that?
I have no idea. I haven't played any of the Halo games in God knows how long. I mostly just played some of the multiplayer with you and then played through the story of it, and that was pretty much it. I think we lost Oni.
Huh.
Oh, we lost
what the hell?
Yeah, we lost your video.
That's weird. Maybe it's trying to tell us something.
Yeah, it's almost time to wrap things up, so I will go ahead and... Well, I guess you're back.
I'm back! Click of a button.
Jay, you can't pull up the list, so Oni, why don't you go and pick out one of the games from the list we have available, and I will pick out a winner.
Well, out of the list, I think the best game to give out would be The Wolf Among Us.
All right, and that's going to go to Jason Gill. So congrats to him.
Congratulations.
Okay, that's going to be it for episode 16. We'll try to schedule another episode as soon as we can. And we will see you guys again soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time. Why did my voice get all high pitched like that?